Hi, I'm Andrew Stevenson, and in this video we are going to be making a planner, an academic planner. Now, I have made planners before. This one's going to be slightly different because it's going to be targeted towards students. The main difference is it's got a different start date. I'll start by setting up the document. It's going to be 8.5 by 11 inches. All of this is fine, except for the margins. And the bleed. We don't need a bleed on the inner, so I'll just delete that. So once you've created this, it's a good idea to go to File and Export as a template. That way, when you start a new document, you won't have to mess about setting up the page. You'll have your 8.5 with bleed already there for you. And you find that by going to File, New, and instead of in presets, it's in your templates. I've already made one there, plus a couple of others. So this is going to be a planner aimed at students. And I think this video is going to come in a couple of different parts. The first part, this part, is going to be an exercise using the data merge tool from Affinity Publisher. And we're going to set up the nuts and bolts of the planner. It's going to be a 13-month, August 22 to August 23 planner. And we're going to have a page for each of the weeks, double page spread for each of the weeks in those 13 months. To use the data merge, we need first to set up a data source. And I've made mine in Excel. You can do yours in Excel or any other, CSV sort of file. This is a similar document to the one that I had on Gumroad. I'll put the link in the description. I basically just took the dates from my 23 and 22 planners and combined them to make an August to August spreadsheet with the date, the day, 3-letter days, the month appearing on the first instance, and the year. I won't be using all of these bits of data, probably just the date, month and year. But the fact it's all there means I can use it, for different styles and different planner layouts. If you want to download this from my Gumroad, I think there's like £1 charge or something like that. Or you can just make your own. I will update that file on there so it does include this sheet and also this sheet, which we will be using for part 2 of this vid. The layout of this book is going to be, we'll have the month title here. We'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday sections. A section for weekly priorities. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And a section for notes. It's going to be quite symmetrical. First of all, because I'm lazy and that kind of works quite quickly. And secondly, it works best with the merge layout tool, which we'll be using later on. But first, I'll just set up my text box for the header. So remember, working in master pages, so align the text as you want it. Centerized, and I'm quite enjoying Agency FB as a font in bold, and I'll just put month in there. Then the main part of the planner is going to be made up from tables. I'll just make a rough one for the time being, and then we can go in and sort out the relevant sections. Now I wanted to have 3 different areas per day. The first section is going to be for time. The middle section is going to be appointment. And the third section is just going to be like a daily to-do list. So I'll just rearrange these sizes because time doesn't need to be that big. There we go, so that's the 3 rough sections. I also want to change the fill colour of these top cells to be black. We will be printing black and white, and I just want it to stand out. So by making the fill black, I can put white text in there and it'll look quite nice. So across this top bar here, I'm going to have the date, the day, the month and the year, and that's all going to come from the data merge document, the Excel file. So we'll set that up later on. And in here I want to do some setting up of the actual cells themselves. So the width of these cells are a bit too small. I want them a tad bigger for people to write in. So I'm going to change it to 7mm. Now the beauty of Affinity is that even though it's in inches, I'm more comfortable working in centimetres. And it converts it, so that's fine. So I'll put the headings in the top row. Time, appointment, to do, and I'll just change the font. There, that looks better. I also want to remove all of the horizontal lines from this area, just to make it an open square for people to write in. And I also want to change that height, which I forgot. And I also want to change the colour of these cells here to a grey. Now remember, because we're printing in black and white, we've got to use the grayscale just to add a little bit of contrast. So that doesn't look too bad. The next thing to do is to copy this 4 times. Actually, I think I'll change the line height to 6mm, just because it doesn't look like I'll be able to fit them all on the page. That's fine. So with the table selected, hold down Shift and Control and just drag, and again and again. And I want these spaced out evenly, so I'll select them all, align, there we go, that's not too bad. Now I want to copy this onto this side of the page, so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and notes there. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set up the mail merge area, data merge, and then I'll copy the entire thing onto page 2. So to set up the data merge, we go to the data merge manager, click on add new source and select your source. We'll be going on 2022-23 academic. As you can see, these are all the sheets that I had on that Excel book. So select the one you want, click update, and then close that for the minute. And I'm going to use the Data Merge Layout tool. And click on the top corner of your first table and drag it down to the bottom right of the last one. I'll just hide these so you can see what the data merge does. So this is the data merge area. Anything that goes in this top merge will duplicate in the subsequent ones, and you can change the layout order here. So you can go down or you can go across. Because I'm just going to use one column, it'll just be going down. But I will be having 4 rows because that's how many tables I need. So as you can see, the first record will fill up here, second, third, fourth. Now as you can see, the top merge area is aligned perfectly. The second one's a little bit off, third one even more so, and the fourth one is completely off the scale. And the way to remedy that is to put a gutter, a gap in between each area. And you can do that by adding a gutter here, or you can use this little red dot here, and that gives you more of a visual idea of the size. There you go, that will do. Still not quite perfect, but it's fine. The next thing to do is to add the information that we need to merge up here. We need to add the fields. To do that, we go to View, Studio, Fields, and as you can see here are all of the details from the Excel sheet. I'm going to add a text box and then add each element that I want to a text box. I'll just drag it down here so you can see, and with the text box active, double click the data point you want putting in, and you can see it's duplicated all the way down. Now I do want to turn that bold, and because it's going to sit in this black area here, I'm going to change the font to white. Just drag it roughly into position, and then fine tune it. Now the date is only going to be a number, so it doesn't have to be that big. So it doesn't matter if you squash the word down, that's fine. Then I'm going to, with the text box selected, hold down Shift and Control. Drag it out again. And this time I'm going to put the D. Make that a bit bigger. And a line to the left. And then again, hold down Shift and Control. Then again, hold down Shift and Control and drag this out. Double click it to select and then add month. And I will add the year to this end here. So one more time. Pull in a smidge. It's all personal choice. This just mess about with it. Yeah. So I'll just zoom out. So now I'm just going to select everything on the page. To copy to the other side, hold down Shift Control, drag. So that's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll notice every 8th entry on that sheet I showed at the beginning was blank for notes. So even though this says date, day, month, year, nothing will appear because it was all those fields were blank. And because this is going to be a notes section, we do need to make a couple of adjustments to it. There we go, so that's the basic layout of the planner. I will add a rectangle up here for priorities, and I will add a text box. And we'll maybe leave that white just to see how it looks. That's not too bad. So that's going to be the basic planner. All that's left to do is to set the pages up. And we're going to clear the masters from page 1. Remember, that's going to be our intro page, title page, whatever you want to call it. And I will add 2 pages there. Now all that's left to do is to merge. So we are just going to be merging pages 2 and 3. If we kept it at all pages, it would also rotate and repeat page 1, the blank page, which we don't want. So a bit of a change of plan for the notes section. I've turned it all grey, and I've just realised that the day column in my dataset has the word notes every 8th day, not nothing. So I've just left it as it is. So notes will appear there through the data source, and that's fine. So now all that's set up, all there's to do this time, all there is to do now is to run the merge. There we go. So all of this is correct. The notes section is there, weekly priorities. All of these look nice and clear. All of the days are shown properly. The month appears on the first instance, which is the way I wanted it. Now the thing left to do is to add the month titles here. Now there's probably a way that you can do this through data merge, but I've tried everywhere and think of, and I can't do it. It makes such a pig's ear of it. The last time I tried, and I thought I got it right, it gave us a document with 6,500 pages, which, to be honest, will probably cost a little bit too much to print. So for the time being, you've got to do this by hand. And for the cusp months, I do org/sept and just continue on adding the correct month title to each page. And that's a basic planner, academic. It's 115 pages, so it's not a thin book. It's quite a sturdy book. You could You could buy that, and it's useful, and it's value for money. It's 100 and odd pages. It's not one of those little lightweight, flimsy efforts. But we're going to make it even better by adding more specific student-friendly ideas, timetables, contact sheets for tutors, important dates, deadlines for exams, coursework, things like that. The finished book, it'll be close to 200 pages probably, but for that 200 pages you can charge £8-9. One more thing you should do is, I know we have already made an 8.5 by 11 inch template for blank low content books. You should also do it for this. Save this as a template, and then with the different data sets you either create or you download from me, you could make planners for years using the exact same layout. All you need to do is, instead of using the 22-23 academic planner in the data merge manager, is to add, in fact I'll show you this, to 2023 update. Again, and now this will give you the planner for 2023. There you go. 26th is a Monday, the 1st is a Sunday, so that's the correct set. So I've gone from creating a student planner to creating a 2023 planner in a couple of clicks. Just export that and you're laughing. So that is it for today's video. The next video on planners, I will add the extra details and then we'll embellish it to niche down the target audience from just students into students with certain interests or students with certain subjects to study. It mightn't be the next video I release, but it will be the next video on this series. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you again soon.